I'm Rob Clementi, the Chief Executive of TEN, the Education Network. Tony Cahill is one of our regular presenters, and he joins us in this edition of LAWBITES. He's presenting a 5-part series for us on negotiating terms and conditions in contracts for the sale of land. The new New South Wales contract for the sale of land is out now, and one of the key issues for practitioners are the payment of deposits and the possible alternatives to deposits. Tony, what has changed about deposits in this new edition of the contract?
Well, Rob, there are a few things which have changed in that aspect of the conveyancing transaction. There's a clarification of the provision which relates to deposit bonds or guarantees. In particular, there is no longer an opportunity to opt in to the payment of a deposit, in the sense that the relevant provision in the contract applies irrespective of whether you've ticked the box at the front of the form which says that a deposit bond is acceptable. The other area which has been addressed in more detail than was the case in the 2019 edition is the treatment of deposits paid by electronic funds transfer. The possibility of an EFT deposit was first raised in the 2019 edition in the contract, but it left out and did not go into detail about certain aspects of the machinery of an EFT deposit. In particular, there was no clarification of the point in time at which an EFT deposit is taken to have been properly paid, as we've traditionally had in the case of when for example, cheque deposit is paid. The contract was silent on that, and it's led to some uncertainty, which I think many practitioners were addressing by special condition, about the point at which the deposit is properly paid. Is it when the purchaser clicks the device that says I'm sending it? Is it when the payment reaches the destination bank? Is it when it reaches the account of the deposit holder? And what happens if, as unfortunately happens, the payment goes astray, for example, because of some fraudulent intervention by an entrepreneurial crook? Those issues are now dealt with comprehensively in the printed form, and it would be timely to review what the form says, see if it reflects your understanding of best practice in relation to the payment of deposits via EFT systems, and perhaps either accept it and remove the special condition you have which deals with it at the moment, or if you think you can improve it, add in an additional clause and negotiate that with the practitioner on the other side. That's one of a very large number of changes in the latest version of the contract. It's really the biggest revision of the contract since the 1990s in terms of the volume of changes, and I look forward to discussing them in considerable more detail in the series of sessions that I'll be presenting for you later in the year.
Tony, thank you very much. And it was very interesting to hear about those changes and the fact that there is a lot more in the contract of sale than just deposits. You can view more details about the webinar series by going to our website at tved.net.au. In the meantime, thank you very much for listening.